And I mean just that. Be sure to hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Sharing this content all around the globe is a must. It's a necessary. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for jumping in to the sounds of soft souls and hits and oldies, brought to you by Law Nation Sports as we continue to grind and shine. Practice will be right around the corner. And we're talking about practice, not a game, practice. But practice make perfect. Come on. Cowboys Oxnard training camp, standouts plus more. More and more. More and more. Come on. Be sure to put a one in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. Mama said there'll be days literally just like this. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. All right, so I was listening in to, I believe, Cowboys Live right now. They are live, Talking Cowboys podcast. And in that excerpt, they was talking a little bit about run game. And when we start talking about running game, there's no definitive answer of anyone standing up and standing out, right? Or just noticeably, like this can be the difference maker. Now, granted, Deuce Vaughn is hurt. And when you get hurt like this and you doing running back by committee, next man up. And that could be a Wally Pipp situation. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking. So, and on top of that, Dak Owens says football on TV tonight. Yes, somebody's going to be playing tonight. Y'all let me know who will be playing tonight. But to get back to these things, the Cowboys been an aggressive team. They fighting each other. We need to be able to play against someone else by now so we can fight them. But neither here nor there. I'm thinking that when I'm looking at tape, I'm looking at Miles Sanders, not Monroe, and he's miles away from Barry Sanders. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Javonte Williams, a physical, brutal type of runner, you know, who loved to embrace contact, which is cool. And then you have Jadon Blue, who can run in between the splits. And I can't wait to see that. So the Lions versus the Chargers tonight. Okay, we'll be paying attention to that game one way or another. Appreciate y'all. All right, and while this is still loading up, we also got to understand that when it's by running back by committee, that means you don't have a star-studded running back, you know. So it is for what it is. Miles isn't even in the same gender as Barry Sanders. Jeez, boy. boy, Toxic Tom, boy.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
Hey, God, dog.
No
days off. No offense to Miles.
No days off.
Are they trying? Do we get a chance to see Trick or Trade tonight? Oh, wow. All right, my audio is straight, though, right? And this is from practice from yesterday. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate everybody. I know JP will be happy to see Trick or Trade tonight. Shout out to Trick or Trade, man. Hopefully he can prove everybody wrong and get out there and just showcase to the world that he is a legitimate quarterback that can play in the National Football League. That was a first-round draft pick, so I can't wait to see him. Barry is him, the best running back ever, hands down. Dude played 1 versus 11. Shout out to Toxic Tom. And kudos and credence to all of that. Now, on the Cowboys side, right, regardless of whether or not we're fighting each other, there's been some news and noise about this and that, and I want to see if we can go over this. Come on with it.
David Carr and I excited to be joined with Dak Prescott and this offense's newest offensive weapon and wide receiver, George Pickens. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us. How was practice today?
It was great. You know, I never complain about the weather out here in California, so it was definitely a fun time.
We as
Can y'all hear the audio straight? Cowboy Nation, can y'all hear the audio straight? Let me know in the chat. And let me know if you guys can hear this pretty good.
Broadcasters are not complaining about it either. You guys are taking care of us here in Oxnard.
Yeah,
It's been great. It's my first time out here.
California in general?
Just Oxnard.
Okay, Oxnard, yeah. It's nice, though. I looked up at 72 degrees. You
Yeah.
beat that almost every day.
Every day, bro.
Yeah, that's great. So we were talking a little bit before we came on about some of the passing game concepts,
Yeah.
how that's going to work with Shoddy and the offensive coordinator. Like, a lot of that stuff, I see Dak making checks at the line of scrimmage. Is there more freedom for him to kind of get to the good stuff, or is it kind of called from the huddle?
Most definitely more freedom, I'll say.
love it.
Because him making checks is him just getting us in the right look for the type of look that they want to bring. You know, defense has got way smarter these next couple of years. They've been stamming and fake coverages. So
It's hard to guess right before the snap, right?
Yeah, and it used to be easy. So, like, we definitely got a lot of checks for that,
I love that.
You and CeeDee Lamb, the two of you are one of the most explosive wide receivers room in the NFL. What kind of duo do you envision for the both of you in this passing game?
Oh, I envision a crazy duo, man. CD, that's my best friend already. It's like one of the only guys that I talk to for real here. And I feel like we're going to do something special as long as we just keep working and keep grinding.
Did you?
He said keep working and keep grinding. And with all of that being said, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and continue to subscribe, and sharing is caring. One of the things that I want to point out while I got to set up something over here, bear with me, Cowboy Nation. One thing that I really want to point out would be this right here. This team, as far as a continuity aspect of it, they got a lot of that brewing, in a good way, in a good fashion. Let me see if I can pull it up from here. Okay, good. Now I got it. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Building the plane as we fly, boy. I should be an expert at flying planes over here, but you guys know how it goes from this aspect, right? All right, so when we start talking about, in general, continuity and rapport that these guys are able to exhibit and exude, it's a real thing. And by he's saying that CeeDee Lamb is already one of his favorite guys that's on the team, you can clearly see it, and it's going to be parts of this video that you will be able to see him and as well as Junior Adams is working out together and doing things that's beyond great. I love seeing that. Come on.
You guys sorry to cut you off here, Dave. Did you guys have conversations prior to you joining this organization, or is that friendship bloomed once you got to Dallas?
A little bit of both. It's like when it happened, he was like I talked to Jerry and I talked to like the upper echelon people, and then he was the first player that I called. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I love that. I also love that you were standing next to Dak. Picking his brain a little bit.
Yeah.
So is it like, are you mostly asking him? Is there like a 50-50 like back and forth, or how's that conversation going?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
More me asking him. He definitely knows.
Yeah.
But more me asking him just his thought process.
Yep.
He likes to run stuff fast, so I was just trying to pick up on his thought process.
Along those same lines, can you speak to the rapport and the friendship you are building with Dak Prescott?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I was just literally at his house last night for his birthday.
Oh, happy belated birthday to Dak.
So Dak is a cool guy, man. I kind of been watching Dak since he was at Mississippi State, so yeah.
How much of the offensive system, so we see obviously emphasis on the run game, but are you guys kind of inside out? Because I know Philly's like that, like trying to create one-on-ones, because they have two great receivers. You guys now have two great receivers on the outside, trying to create those one-on-ones. There's a lot of that conversation with Dak about maybe just tweaks on the routes specifically. Like you mentioned, he likes to work fast. Does that kind of speed up your clock and your routes a little bit?
Literally. That's literally it. The timing.
Yeah.
Like the timing. I always ask him, like, what type of timing does he like? Some cues like a quick out fast now. Some like to actually wait and develop, take shots. So definitely the timing is that you literally hit it right on the nail.
Love it.
Yeah.
Now, you've had the privilege for playing for two incredibly legendary franchises and organizations, of course, starting your career with the Pittsburgh Steelers and now being here with the Dallas Cowboys.
Which the Cowboys are a better franchise and organization and facility than the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you think I'm lying, just argue with yourself and argue with your family. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, the Dallas Cowboys, the greatest team in the National Football League of all time. Everybody wants to be a Dallas Cowboys. They either grow up loving them or they grow up watching them to despise and hate them. but they all in their heart, somewhere in their heart, they want to be a Dallas Cowboys, And y'all know I'm telling the truth, right? Right. Come on with it.
What are some of the key differences that you've noticed here early on in your time with Dallas?
Definitely I'll probably say the guys in the organization's a little different. I feel like the Cowboys are bigger, you know what I mean, a bigger brand as far as like football. But
That's what she said. Yeah. Come on with
football
it.
is a bigger brand, so definitely the guys around the organization.
Tomlin have you guys running sprints if you guys get in fights? Like
Yeah, what just happened out there
I've
at
never
the
seen
end?
that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Never seen
That was crazy. Coach Tomlin wouldn't do that, but I think we need that. You know what I mean? Because it's more of a discipline thing. Like if you don't want to, now we're 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 15.
That's a great point.
You see what I mean? So like hindering the team a little bit.
It does hurt the team, exactly. Like it's good to see that energy, but you also want to do things the right way.
You never want to go over the edge. You just want to be right on the edge.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of all people, right? But I love the notion that Pickens can speak freely, and shout out to him on all what he's saying, is that you got to temper your expectations when you playing with the Cowboys, but also you got to understand that even in this same tone and same breath, it's good to have aggressions. It's good to have those type of thought tracks. Shout out to Boss Cowboys Sports. Receive a membership gift level gold level 2, man. Come on with it. Shout out to my guy Boss Cowboys Sports, man. Yeah. And if y'all don't know who Boss Cowboy Sports is,
hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Yeah, y'all should know
Come
who he
on,
is,
man.
Come on with it, man. And on top of that, if you're not hitting that like button and sharing this content, FBI, open up! Yeah. Yes, indeed. Kennedy states, you sound like a fanboy. I think that we all should sound like fans, right? You shouldn't sound like a hate boy, right? We should all sound like fans. For those who are not aware of the word fan, is short for fanatic. And I really spit upon and cast aspersions to those who claim to say that they represent my team and my brand and my organization, and they are not fanned out. They are not a fan. You know what I'm saying? They just a fickle person that roots for this team when they only win. But when you're talking about a fandom, right, that means that you are here with this team either when they win, lose, or draw. That is damn near delusional, right? So believe it just like it is, that if you say that you are a fan, that means you are fanatically speaking about this team and that you want this team to be successful, right? So that's why we spend our hard-earned money and time out here to see this team, right? Because we are a fan of this team. Now, if I wasn't a fan of this team, or if I wasn't a fan of this particular organization and franchise, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here because I am an ultimate fan. And I would like to challenge anyone on that, right? Like show me your fan card. You know what I'm saying? Like put your fan card next to mine. Let me know what type of time and energy you putting in on this, because this is what we do. And rooting for a team is my drug of choice. That's right. That's my guy Toxic Tom in the building. Yeah, so you should sound, and you should stand proudly on the team that you root for. I'm so sick and tired of these low-end fans, supposed to be fans, that will elevate other teams opposed to their own, right? So at the end of the day, yes, it's been 30 years, 30 seasons. I don't give a dog if it's been 300 years, 300 years. You know what I'm saying? 300 seasons. I'm still rooting for my team. Let's go with it.
Exactly.
You've been really outspoken about kind of dispelling this notion of some of these reputational things that have gone on from your previous team. What is the legacy that you want to cement here with your time with Dallas?
A very long legacy and like
long
a great
legacy.
Because I feel like when I watch the Cowboys, that's always what I know. That's kind of why the brand is so big. They've always been the Super Bowl up from back in the day.
Come on with it.
I kind of want to hone in that. You know what I mean? Just a true Cowboy.
So you're one of my favorite players. I'm just going to tell you. All right?
I'll
be honest right here. We're on national team.
We used to do a show together,
Bro,
Total
I would
Access,
not
and he
stop
has loved you for
talking about
years.
it, bro. I'm like, please just get this man the football. So you can do a lot of great things. Is there anything that you're working on? Like we're in training camp. We're trying to get better. What's the one thing that you're looking to improve on?
Really my depth and routes. This playbook.
Being consistent.
Yeah. Just
Depth
especially
and
for
route.
Dak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the plays are way different, way better. You got a more air profile offense. You know what I mean? So like, definitely my depth.
depth and being consistent for Dak, and that works with your relationship. That's awesome. Because I know that if the ball's coming your way, that's the last thing we have to worry about. Is you're gonna find a way to grab it.
One last one for you here, George. Just talk about the leadership of your head coach, Brian Schottenheimer.
He's great. I can't really express it enough. Like,
it looks like he cares for you.
Yeah, like the last coach I had like that is probably like high school. You know, like someone who really like cares. He wants the energy. Like I said, that's why we ran after everybody got to fight and stuff, because he has the energy. He wants us to be on edge but not over. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's a great coach, to be honest.
Well, high expectations for you and this team this season. We're excited that you were able to join us. Congrats on everything.
Man. I'm glad to be here.
We can't wait to watch you.
I'm glad to be here.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, indeed, man. So that's George Pickens. And just let's put it like this. As far as fandom, and I can't tell people to have their levels of fandom, right? And that's not my job. Those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still, right? So there are tiers. There are casual fans, which they don't really care of the outcome of the game. They just want to watch, and then they listen to the 3-letter and the 4-letter network. And there's a tier of casual fans. There are fickle fans, right? So if we were to break this down in tiers, the fickle fan is the one that goes left and right, fair weathery, right? And when it's all good, they support, they'll wear their silver and blue. They'll say, hey, they've been a fan of the team since 1960s, 65 or 75, et cetera, right? But they only represent the star when they are winning, right? The casuals, they just above the fickle fan. And, you know, that's okay, right? They don't know the names of the players. They just out there watching, and they would look at the final score, the box score, to see who won or lost or what have you, and they say better luck next year, right? But then you have your die-hard fan who win, lose, or draw, that they are a Cowboy fan. They are not tied to conditions. They are not tied to a Cowboy team on whether or not they only root for the Cowboys if they win the Super Bowl. They are not tied to the Cowboys only when they are got the certain player that they wanted to be drafted here, or they get a certain head coach that wanted to be here, you know. So they are rooting for this team regardless. They die hard. Now, there are some die soft fans, right? Now, they are the lowest of the lowest. They walk around with their chests out, right? Like they really know their football game and understand the levels of game. But as soon as something happens negatively, they die softly. You know what I'm saying? So they're not the hard fans. You see, they are the die soft fans, you know. So that's what we are watching here. When you see things like that, they just die softly, you know. At the end of the day, they the ones that goes into the barbershop and get beat up, right? They the ones that can't hold a conversation on the streets when it's time to be talking about their particular team. They fold up. Then the next time you see them, they no longer have the silver and blue on. They done tucked their shirt in. They done tucked the chain in with DC for life in. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't wearing their apparel. And then you talk to them. They say, man, what happened to your love affair for the team? They said, well, man, I stopped rooting for this team because they done signed George Pickens. Or I stopped rooting for this team because of Dak Prescott. I stopped rooting for this team because of Jerry Jones. That means that you done died softly. But us diehard Cowboy fans, man, it's nothing that Jerry Jones can do to change our minds. We were fans of this team before he bought the team. There's nothing that Dak Prescott can do, whether it's an interception or fumble or not being able to compete in a game, that would change our love for this team. We're going to continue to root for this team regardless of the situation. These are the diehard fans. Now, the problem is that there's only about 5 to 10% of die-hard Cowboy fans. The other ones are casuals and mixed in with fickle fans and die-soft fans. But only the real ones can walk in boldly with the nuts out and say, hey, win, lose, or draw, man. I ain't finna fold up like a wallet nor a lawn chair. You know what I'm saying? We gonna stay till we die. We locked in over here. Ain't that right? So look. Paul said, Law said they tuck their chains in. Yeah. Let me turn my shirt inside out. Why you turning your shirt inside out? I got all of this Cowboy stuff on, and I'm seeing a bunch of Eagle people walking towards my way, you know? But I'm gonna walk around boldly with mine on. Come on with it. But neither here nor there. And that's why Law Nation Sports, I'm built for the die-hard Cowboy fans. So if you're a Fickle fan or you're a Fairweather fan or you're a Die Softly fan, you can hit the door. Trust me, I'm blessed regardless of whether or not you guys are here or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's just for what it is from where I'm spitting from. So appreciate those who watching. I really here. This channel is here for the Cowboys diehards fans, not the die softly. All right. And of course, the trolls, they troll, they come in, they do their thing. All right. And neither here nor there. Here's my guy, C.D. Lamb, on the enthusiasm and talking about what Shotty had to say.
What has jumped out to you about Coach Schottenheimer's offense?
The motioning, obviously, I love the motioning. We motion every single play, literally every single play. And then when he gets tired, like not tired, when he gets bored with seeing the same motion, he gets creative and be like, all right, let's do this type of motion. You know what I'm saying?
And what does that do for you?
Get a read for the defense, just see what they in. I mean, it's some motions that they can just stay in their zone and then go man, and there's some motions where they gotta go, they gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? So for Shotty, it's just getting a quicker look essentially on the offense as to what they're planning, and then nothing being truthful to what their leverage.
And route-wise, it's not like, all right, this coach doesn't believe in crossing routes, and this coach likes the dig routes more. I mean, all the total route tree is open and available.
Everything is open, and that's a fun part for us because, I mean, routes that we've never ran before, we get excited to run and see how we look, and once we complete it, that makes it more exciting because now we can't wait to run it in the game. You know, so just having us on our toes and always excited for more, I feel like that's the best thing for us as receivers, and then getting us available and in position to make plays and be impactful on the offense.
That's C.D. Lamb. And as you guys saw on this play in practice, they did the fade ball right there, and he was able to be successful with it. And then they ran that same play back again. This is right here. That's with Lamb, and they did some motioning. So now they motion Lamb to the right side, and you got Jalen Tolbert to the right, and you got isolated Pickens by himself. And what he does right at the snap, he motions C.D. Lamb back inside. You guys going to see him motion back inside, right? You can only bracket cover so many, and you can only have two on so many, and that confusion caused my guy Pickens to be one-on-one. So that is dangerous for the opposing teams because you can't put 4 people in one spot. Because if it's a situation and scenario that Lamb is requiring to and Pickens requiring to, them 4 players. So they motion Lamb to that spot, in which caused all type of chaos for the defense. Now, when we look at this, we can argue and say, well, you know, that's because of the kind of caliber of DBs that you have in the secondary. This won't flow well with other teams. Well, most teams don't have 3 or 4 number 1 DBs. So this is a problem that's going to be a good thing for us and problems for the opposing team. Now, granted, we talking about practice, not a game, right? So this is not guaranteed that this is how red zone will look. But what I'm telling you is that we are far ahead than what we were when we had Brandon Cooks running around with that number 3 on his chest versus George Pickens. And Lamb told you that it's going to be exciting to watch that there will be motion in his offense, and there will be some exciting movement as it relates to not being able to just say, okay, we know for sure they running it out of this play. We know for sure that they running it out of that play. No, this is all calculated with motion so that we can look at one play and say to ourselves, okay, that one play looks the same as the run play. Oh, no, it's not the run play. It's the passing play, because this is what you're supposed to do as an organization and franchise, is to make it difficult for the opposing team, not easy. In the last few years, it's been easy. Now, granted, when we start talking about running back by committee, and we talk about how loosely that could be, but when you don't have a strong run game to begin with, it doesn't matter if you have Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Thurman Thomas, and Natron Means in their prime all on your team at the same time. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to design and draw up run plays. And the Cowboys, in the last 4 or 5 years, there's nobody that can really sit down and say, okay, man, that was a nice little run scheme. We didn't have one. We had a nice passing scheme. But this run scheme is going to be a whole lot better. And that's 40 ounce right there. Hunter Lupke running it right up the guts. And I can't wait to see how this can all work its way out. Now, granted, like I said, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And the results are what we're going to be looking for.
Brian to agree to be the offensive coordinator and call the plays. And that was our initial thought. And then as we interviewed and got into how we could improve the team and started talking about his background, I knew Marty well, I knew his mother well, and spent a lot of time with him on the competition committee years ago. All of a sudden, you realize you've got somebody sitting there with almost 30 years of experience coaching in the NFL, yet he was still, relatively speaking, just a pup, really. And he hasn't head coached. I'm a big believer in someone that has their shot. And I remember telling him, Brian, you're not Brian Schottenheimer anymore. You're now the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Well, he's got the goods and the tools to take that with his base and hopefully create a story out here that'll have his name all over it and have a great team for the Dallas Cowboy fans.
That's Jerry Jones on Shotty being the head coach now. Now, that's good noise. That's good news to hear. We're looking for results. So far, Shotty, to me, when I talked about mojo moments and I talk about what the team did last year as it relates to ramp up and practices and stuff like that, well, you can go back and watch this. The entirety of the practice is the mojo moment. There's no lack of energy. And I think that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred. I think that ultimately players become who the head coach is. I think that we're going to have multiple of Shotty out here on the field. All 11 of these guys, well, all 22 of these guys going to be acting as if, though, they will pick up the temperaments and the enthusiasm of Shotty. Now, we will see whether or not they can harness the good parts and cast off the negative things. We will see down the stretch. I would love for the Cowboys to stop all of the fighting yesterday, but I do understand that chippiness, that aggressions, even that play right there was a damn good play. I do know that it's contagious, and those are things that we can look at and say, finally, can this team not be flat when we go into the postseason? And I know people saying, hey, postseason, you must be delusional. You must be out your cotton picking mind, Law. You mean this team ain't going to no post and no season? No. But what I'm getting at, this team is a postseason caliber roster and team. 1% better every day. Focus in on one game at a time. But what I'm getting at is that when we get there, you will see that this team will not have that lack of confidence because the confidence is being breeded right now. You know, it's being shifted and molded right now. Confidence, man. Anytime you have a Keemon Hall, an undrafted guy a couple of years ago, right? Been bounced around to team on the third and secondary team, right? Third string and second team. And he was willing to fight with CeeDee Lamb. That let me know that anything can pop off. These guys have confidence that they ain't folding up like wallets, and that's what I like to see, Cowboy Nation. All right? That's what we need. We need confidence, man. We need to have enough confidence. Yeah, and Toxic Tom, nothing wrong with that. I will believe it when I see it, Law. You're right. Like all I can say is that's why I still have Shotty at 5.5. After that first preseason game, look at Trayshawn Holden. Hold on. Let me go back to that. Let me go back to that kid right there. Oh, my God, man. Let me tell you that Trayshawn Holden. Yeah. Hold on. Watch this play right here, y'all. All right, so that's Dak. I know he ain't throwing it to Trayshawn, but this is going to be the next play. Dak going to throw it to old boy feet. Dak to me on that series didn't look too sharp, y'all. I'm just being 1,000. I ain't lying to kick it. He didn't look too sharp on that one. All right, and this was a incomplete pass to he didn't look too sharp on that series. But this one right here, though, This one right here, let me see. A little edge play, 37 with the tackle for loss, right? Get inside a little bit closer. They at the 9-yard line. Let's see what they do from here, Cowboy Nation. Yeah, shotgun, running back, right hip of the quarterback. Motion, Trayshawn holding. Watch the motion, man. Nobody follow. Okay, I know I'm in zone. I know I can find a soft spot. Yeah, give me that. Give me that. When they don't follow you and trail you, they in zone. So all Holden had to do is find the soft spots in the zone. And you find the soft spots, and then he reached out and grabbed that ball with that one hand. That's what you need to do, Cowboy Nation. Motion, okay. Okay, we know where they're going to be at on the field if no one follow. And then they do have checkoffs and stuff like that. But 9 times out of 10, when you do motion, you can figure out what the defense is doing, and you add more stress on them, especially it can just be a play with confusion. That was a nice little run by 33. That's why most people saying that he could be the starter right here. Hold on, let me rewind, watch this play one more time. Boy, y'all got me into my film mode now. Yeah. All right, he's under center. Do a little toss sweep. This is just a rewind, so you may see this again. All right, so he drops back. Okay, runs inside the gut here. Okay, all right. Got to watch this play again. Got to show y'all again. All right. Shotgun. Hold in motion. No one follows, so he just had to find a soft spot in the zone. This is a rewind of a play. Yeah, 55 got caught up looking inside, and he should have been looking outside and covered the hook area a whole lot better. 55 overall, that linebacker, see how he pointed on him? He's been solid, though. 55, I know it's a long shot for him to make this team, but yeah, he's been solid in practice. We'll see what they look like in the game. Good touch pass by Milton, better catch by Holden. Yeah. He working on his touches, though. Look at this run right here by Javonte Williams. Look, them little arms that get inside the way, he'll knock them arms out the way, y'all. He's a physical running back, and he got a little spring to him. More than what we seen last season out of, say it with me, Royce Freeman, or to a degree not to beat him up, Elijah Elliott. You know, he got a little bit more spring to him than that particular situation. Hey, before we go any further, man, I'm telling y'all, when I'm telling y'all beyond the ice wall, a new study suggests that a potential hostile 7-mile-long alien spacecraft may be headed towards Earth, scientists say. They are coming here to see the Cowboys play. I guarantee you they got Cowboy fans on that spaceship. Yes, indeed. So they're going to come back and showcase to the world and tell y'all they've been listening to Law Nation. The Grays are back. The Anunnakis, y'all better watch out, man. They coming too. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. All right, let me pull up this next video. Appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and being part of it.
Dak, we talked to CD today, and he said people don't know 2 things, what it's like to be a quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys and what it's like to play for the Cowboys. Year 10 in the league for you, I've always respected the way that you're able to handle scrutiny, critique. Do you feel like because of your time in the league, you're able to handle that better, because you seem to do a really good job of blocking all that stuff out?
I think it's the way that I was raised, and a mom who instilled in me early, confidence in knowing who you are and knowing your worth and where it comes from. That being told in middle school that I wouldn't be the quarterback at the high school, and being told in high school that I'd have to play something else in college, and being told the same thing in college, that I'd never be an NFL quarterback, that nobody's ever truly going to be happy about what you're doing and how you're doing. And if you're doing things right, there's always going to be other people that are pissed. So it's about knowing who I am, and it starts off with my faith and my foundation. And so the scrutiny is that's all a part of it. And so obviously the longer you've been in it, the more calloused you are to it, the easier it rolls down your back. But yeah, it's nothing that it's this position I wouldn't trade it for any other team or any other sport in the world.
Dak, we talked to CD today, and he said people don't know.
Yeah, so that's Dak Prescott on building up that calluses, right? Building up that hard layer. I can't speak today. Maybe I need more coffee. layer of skin, tough skin, thick skin, so that he can get these guys that have been trolling him and hating on him to not to worry about him, right? But neither here nor there. The Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, he's going into a year that I know for sure that there's going to be tons, and I mean just that, tons of people saying, hey, no excuses though, bro. Yeah, he got to see better. He got to play better. He must perform better. He got to do all of those things better. And unfortunately, he got to stay healthy. He do. There's no wiggle room for him getting hurt and people still saying, hey, well, 2026. Then he get hurt. Hey, 2027. Nah, this is where they're going to say, hey, Dak, you got all of these weapons now. We may not have a definitive running back for you, but damn it, we got George Pickens. We got CeeDee Lamb. Hey, we could talk about offensive line here and there, but you got a guy that they drafted in the first round for you named Tyler Booker. Tyler Guyton, he may be hurt, but we got him for you, and for the team, I get it. But he's hurt. So Nate Thomas will be sliding in as that premium tackle. And let me see if I can find any footages on him talking. I think I had it somewhere over here about Nate Thomas talking about that role of being able to be the starter or what have you. And what I can tell y'all is that, yeah, it's good to have that mindset that he's going to be able to change and help out on things. But at the same token, we need the results. But here he is right here.
Talking to you out here, how has he been for you and being a mentor?
Yeah, so he's been great, in the offseason when we weren't, practicing and stuff. I was actually working out with him for like a month. So we were just talking about some things and understanding that, like, hey, like, he told me, like, you need to be ready when your number is called. Like, this is not like, oh, you just easing back in. Like, he told me straight up, like, you need to be ready, and I just took that in stride and just, make sure I go about every day just knowing that, hey, like, I need to treat this as if I'm a starter because you never know when my number's called, and, here I am right now.
Treat it like a starter. My guy, Smoke One for you, said a lot of that video I posted about Pete Carroll practice just like ours is now, so fans calling us a circus or lame. They're going to call us circus. Nobody, where Pete Carroll is at in Raiders land. Vegas, nobody cares about them. Shoot, Pete Carroll can dress up in an all pink suit and with a red nose and paint his face white. They wouldn't care. They would not care. There's 32 teams in the National Football League, but there's only one team that everybody care about, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. That's the Dallas Cowboys. Nobody cares about it. I want to put that in your mind. They only talk about other teams so it can circle back to the Cowboys, right? Nobody cares that the Cincinnati Bengals, let me pull this up. Cincinnati Bengals, let me see if I go to my page right quick. Nobody cares about their weapons and their arsenals of weapons and all what they got here. Yeah. Breaking news, the Cincinnati Bengals are signing former Seahawk tight end Noah Fant per multiple sources, right? The talent, look at the talent. The talented former first-round pick garnered significant interest, I can't talk today, now lands with Joe Burrows, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Mike Gillespie, however you say that man's name, and they got a loaded offense. But nobody cares. They haven't made it to the postseason in 2 seasons. Nobody cares. Let that be the Cowboys not making it to the postseason in 2 seasons. They wouldn't give a dog whether or not we have dental floss as an offensive line. They would say, hey, get the job done. If we have a historically bad defense, they would say, get the job done. Nobody cares. Thank you for joining, though, Nation Fred. Thank you, Sierra, however you say your name. Thank you for joining in. But nobody cares. The only thing that cares in Dallas is, can we win? Can we win games? And they don't care how we win. But I take that back. It's how you win, too. It's how you win. What's up, Travis? Appreciate you for jumping in. Yeah, that's why the Eagle fans are so salty too. Sugar Daddy One, appreciate you. Yes, indeed. That's why they salty, man. Look, let me pull this up one more time. I don't know how I was dragged into the conversation, but there are literally Eagles fans beating up Cam Newton and stating that Jalen Hurts is better than Cam Newton, as if Jalen Hurts was throwing it to Funches and Jalen Hurts had a running back by committee and all of this stuff, as if he didn't have A.J. Brown and Smitty, didn't have a legitimate front seven for at least the 4 to 5 years that he's been in the league, right? Yeah, so it's crazy how somebody can sit here with a straight face and say to themselves, well, Jalen Hurts been to X, Y, and Z in his 4 years in the National Football League, 2 Super Bowls, won one, outperformed Pat Mahomes. As if, though, if we can't have a time machine and put Cam Newton on that team and he wouldn't have done the same thing. Come on with it. Yeah, Law, I'm looking at Winfrey, bro. He's just a load to handle. I love Winfrey motor and his mindset. He's going to be a guy that you have to pay close attention to down the stretch. I think that he's moving in the right direction, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Nah, Cam was carrying the Carolina since a rookie, and I'm from Carolina. This is from Pac-Man. Yeah, so it's different. it's literally the inverse, right? Hurts was carried, right, by his team, and Cam carried, that team. Now, granted, I'm not finna dismiss Luke Kuechly. Shout out to Josh Normal. You know what I'm saying? It's something my guy Big Game James gave him that nickname. And shout out to all of those boys that was on it, Key One, Shorts, and all of that. But they only had that for like one season. And Luke Kuechly, as good and as great as he's been, he was a hurt guy. He was always a Hendrick guy too. So it's just crazy how people pick their choices of their battles, You see Cam rebuttal last night, them going back and forth with Gilly. It's crazy, it's wild, right? Because with Gilly, he was talking about the fact that Cam Newton had on a jersey with a bow tie, with some crazy stuff that he's wearing. And Gilly out here with a full bucket hat and not a Cowboys helmet, but an Eagles helmet, right? Looking like, a healthy crackhead, so I don't understand the two. You can't talk about people's wardrobes, but it is what it is, But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. Back to our team. Did I say a healthy crackhead? That's wild. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. This team, when we start to talk about the other nuances that's happening here, he called him an Eagles mascot. That's funny as all to get out, bro. Yeah. Here's CD Lamb on Jadon Blue.
He's fast. All right. He actually got great eyes. And by that, I mean he's patient. He lets the hole open up before he does, pick where he's going to go. But, he has great eyes. I saw it in pads, and I see it again in shells. He's fast.
The craziest thing about Jadon Blue, who got some first-team reps due to the fact that Deuce Vaughn has been hurt and he's recovering now with his hamstring, is Jadon Blue is sneaky fast, y'all. Like, there's moments that you look at and like, man, he all right. And then you be like, whoa, what was that? Like, if I can get shades of Chris Johnson, if y'all remember him back in the days, if we can just get a few shades of that, oh my God, just like they did an end around, they put Jalen Brooks there. I'm sitting here like, I know that the Cowboys don't want to show off all of their prize secret toys and secret weapons, but man, I'm telling you, it's a different tick of speed. Like, they was doing special team drills the other day, right? and we were watching the kickoff returns and the punt returns. They had Cavante Turpin and Jadon Blue in the backfield, and I'm sitting there like, pick your poison, So they kicked it, and Jadon Blue caught it, and then he ran. I was like, wow, this dude got another gear, another level to him. And then the next one, it came to Cavante Turpin. And I like, we all know how Turpin move. He can move fast. But there's another fast player that did some kickoff return stuff, and his name is Kyer Elam. I didn't know that he was that fast. He is fast too. So we got some speed on this team. And I know Kyer Elam, we need him to be on the field and do all of that other stuff. But if it's a situation and scenario that we need to get taken back to the house, I wouldn't mind seeing all three of them guys way in the backfield, kick it out to one of them guys. They may can take it to the house, man. And that's what I'm able to see. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Law. He said, Toxic Tom said, Law, are you saying we are saving plays? I think so. I think so that they want to show us a few things. Like, for example, on an end around, we know Jalen Brooks don't need to be on there. He can barely walk, without falling over himself. And I don't have the play like designed as far as the time slot. Where is it at? But y'all just got to take my word for it. Like, I know for sure in a real game, there's not going to be 83 with the ball. There's going to either be Cavante Turpin, Jadon Blue, to a degree, or somebody that got more stability behind them. And it could be CeeDee Lamb. It could be someone else outside of Jalen Brooks. I'm thinking that they only give us soft stuff and they work on their real heavy stuff when everybody's not watching. These are just your standard plays right here, I believe. And they're not going full speed too, by the way. Far as when it's time to hit. That's what makes the defense such a frustration. This defense was frustrated because the offense always giving the last lick or the last laugh. And the defense got frustrated because, they tell these guys, even though it's two-hand touch or even though they have to stop when the progress stops, they still have to go run all the way to the end zone, right? That's just a formality that they like to exhibit. The problem is with this, the defensive players trying to get their name out there. They say, I touched you 3 yards ago, man. Stop running. Stop showing us up. And that's what makes this team such a combative one, is that, it's geared to the offense a little bit, but the defense pissed off. That's why I can't wait to see this defense face off against the Rams. I'm quite sure you can book it that there will be a fight next week when the Rams come into town. There will be a fight. It'll be kind of crazy if these guys don't fight because they've been fighting and pushing each other. I know for sure that they hold back because that's friendly fire. But when it's another team, they're going to put all efforts in, Cowboy Nation. All right, so let's do Q&A. We're gonna do some Q&A. I wish I can open up the phone lines and get y'all thoughts and opinions down. Or let me see, I might can send out a StreamYard link and see if I can get you guys on from there. It might distort my camera, so I'm gonna be behind the scenes so I can get y'all thoughts. And y'all make sure y'all make it very quickly. Make sure you have good Wi-Fi, internet, and all of that good stuff. Let me try at least to do that way, okay, Cowboy Nation? Y'all bear with me. See if I can log into my StreamYard account, send out a link, and do it that way, all right? And we're going to get things moving and grooving. How about that? Let me see. We gonna get this train gonna keep on rolling, y'all. It's gonna keep on rolling. Let me see if I can help y'all out. Come on with it. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in. Let's continue to grind and shine, Cowboy Nation. Let me see, Cowboys. Let me see if I can create something right quick. Y'all bear with me. I'm building the plane as we fly. Yeah. Doing the speaker. Let me know if my speaker go crazy. Sometimes it does it when I open up another program. All right. And let's see. Yep. Yeah, mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let me see if I'm still distorted here. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. So you guys, audio, put a 1 in the chat if the audio is still straight. All right. So all I got to do now, add to stage. We're going to go here. Bear with me, Cowboy Nation. We going to invite, copy. All right, boom. Building the plane as we fly, baby. Mic check, mic 1, 2, 3. Mic good, okay? Clear to join. All right, so there's a link. It says click here to join. And we got at least 15 to 20 minutes before we depart. To get your thoughts out, click that link and we will see what we can do. Click that link. It's pinned to the top of my page here. And let's see if you guys can join in from there on the 1s and 2s, baby. All right? So let's see if you guys can join in. Feel free to join on in and give me your thoughts. All right? So we're going and we're discussing. Shout out to you, sweet Zeke. I see you in the chat. Appreciate you so much. All right. Let's see if we're going to guinea pig Pac-Man. Pac-Man, you live. Unmute yourself. Yeah, you got. All right, hold on. Keep talking. All right, so they can't hear you. Say something now. No, they still can't hear you. All right, so I know they can't hear you. All right, so Pac-Man. Let me see if I could get somebody else in. Hold on. Smoke one for you, man. You're live, man. Talk to me. Keep talking right quick. Nah, for some reason, my other side is not able to hear. Hold on. Let me see if I go to settings on my end and see if we can get this audio straight. Keep talking.
Test, 1, 2. Test.
All right. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear my guy.
Test.
Put a 1 in the chat if they can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, keep talking just like that.
Hello.
We'll see if we can.
Hello. Yo.
Yeah, they can't hear you. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I hear you fine.
Fine. Okay, but they can't
Yeah,
hear you. Let me figure out how I can do some type of say something again.
Yes. Hello.
They should be able to hear you now though.
Hello.
Can y'all hear him now though?
They're putting the ones up.
They're putting the ones up.
Okay.
Okay.
They're putting the ones up.
All right. So if you know what I had to do, up, down, left, right. Shoot, it's echoing. Okay. So all right. So let me see how I can combat the echo though. Y'all bear with me. What about
Test,
now?
1, 2.
What about now?
Test.
Is it echoing now?
Test.
Yeah.
1, 2. Yeah.
It should be okay now though. But
Come on, turn on stands.
all right. So is it yes sir y'all hear echo or yes sir y'all can hear him? You know. All right. So what you got for me, man? Let's see if we can fight this one out, man. What you got for me?
Oh man, I tell you, bro, like every day, bro, it's like the Eagles fans are just going nuts about us, bro. Like they're all over our pages, bro. Like they have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Like, Hey, and the team is looking great, man. I mean, it's like the offense has one day and the defense has the next day. I mean, it's always this something different every day, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a battle. It's a battle, bro. It's a battle. Oh, Law, I do have a question for you, bro.
Go ahead.
Winfrey, how is he looking to you?
Man, he looking explosive off the snap. Far as from
Mm-hmm.
what we can see over here, man, he's doing his job. He doing what he needs to do in order to propel himself. So I do like that out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So even though he's not 330 guy, 340 guy, he's penetrating though. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting upfield. He's batting balls down. So that's all what matters to me.
I'm watching him, man. He looking explosive, bro. Like nobody wants to block this dude. Like he getting through like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
he is.
mean, I don't know, man. Maybe we found somebody. Who knows?
Well, that's why I say either this is an indictment on our offensive line or this is his
Uh-huh.
skill set. So I don't know for sure which one to look at. But what I'm saying
Mm.
is overall, collectively speaking, bro, he could be a good element of surprise for us, man. Sometimes we
Yep.
find a diamond in the rough, and maybe he can be that guy for us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can see it. I can see it, man. I really can. But hey, it's all about work, bro.
All about work, man. You see me, I'm,
All
I'm
about
building the
work.
plane as we fly, man. I got you on the screen now, man. Boy, you better watch out, man. Give me some dental floss and some toothpaste, man. I probably can get everything right over here, man. Yeah.
Oh my God, dog.
But
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
let D shift on. But what other thoughts you have, man, before I let you go?
Man, look, bro. People need to calm down. Just see how the preseason go. See how the tempo goes for us, our formation scheme, our run scheme. Just be patient. Let's see how it goes for preseason. Then we can kind of see where we go with that. But like, be patient with this team because it's brand new coaches, brand new scheme. I mean, it
Right.
just looks different. So just be calm with it. That's all I'll tell you everybody.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for rocking in with us, man. Dropping in over here.
All,
All right.
always, brother. All right, you have a good day, man.
No doubt. So whenever I did it distorted my camera, but y'all can still hear me. Now I don't like the fact that they put green all over me, so I'm gonna have to fight this distortion. So with that being said, let me see if I can fix this part while we fly in the plane. But the next person I want to get in on here is Nate, man. What's good, Nate? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for jumping in. Nate. Nate Newton. Nate Dogg. D Shift, what's good?
Hey, what's good, Law?
Not much, man. I got you in on here, man.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you, man. I like the intensity, man, and what they're reporting about as far as like the level and the pace.
Right.
Uh, it gives a good contrast to what was going on with the Mike McCarthy era, and I think there's a lot of things in which went on with the team. Like I think CD was talking about,
Yeah.
like the talent was always good, but there was just the element of discipline that was
Mm-hmm.
missing. So it's really encouraging to see him and just because the talent where he's at, and I feel like he's talking a lot more accountability, being mindful of how he
Right.
answers those questions. But I think just the pace, what he talked about, just coming out slow. And that's been something that we've always like. There's a lot of games in which we're like, had the Cowboys came out faster, had they not come out as like weak or whatever, we could have had a better chance at the game and just those crucial games, right?
Right.
Right. Those playoff losses, and that's just been a problem for as a team. No one being excluded. So I think just that in itself, like I think Shoddy just addressing a lot of mentality issues with this team. I think could help more than we might possibly know.
Mm.
Um, Especially in positions where you need like to be put like you need those linebackers to be pushed over. You're gonna need extra intangibles for that DT room. And then so I mean maybe mix in with the scheme and the intangibles that they're emphasizing a little bit more this offseason. That might be something that could bring the talent a little bit over. Because like what I'm saying, you got a great defense like in the division. Nobody's edge room is messing with our edge room.
Right. Right. So with that being said, we got speed. On like we got like the fastest units, man, around here. We know for sure that our wide receivers, we got 2 premium guys, CeeDee Lamb and Pickens. We know that our
Yeah.
edge room is the fastest in the National Football League. And the things that we need to really convert over would be the O-line and run game. Like those are the 2 things that we have to wait and see. So you're right. We just need for those 2 things to
And
stand tall with
I
it.
would say the offensive tackles more than just the O line because I have high faith in that interior,
Okay.
the guards and the centers. But I just feel like you said, with the tackles and defensive tackles, the defensive and offensive tackles, they're just gonna need that little bit of extra. And I don't know if it honestly
Right,
exists.
right.
I think we're just gonna take our lumps. I mean, we will. That's why I'm trying to stay tempered. I realize what some the draft and the George Pickens acquisition has done to us as a fan base, which we still have a lot of glaring problems. But we're trying to hope
Right.
that these things will kind of smooth things out. Ultimately, I don't. They got some real contenders out there, Law. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So we got to fix those issues for sure. We want to be a contender, but like I feel good about the team overall, man. It's gonna be a good product to watch.
No doubt, man.
It
I
ain't that
appreciate you,
BS,
man.
man, that we had last year. But I appreciate you, Law.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Too, man.
Good call from a man. All right, anybody else, man, before we conclude, and I get out of this gray, pink, and green. Somebody said ski we color coordination going on. Whenever I kind of open up another platform, it kind of does that. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in and being parts of these type of conversation. If not, if anyone else don't want to jump in, I get you. I feel you. I ain't going to try to hold you. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for this event, this practice that's coming up right around the corner, and we're going to have not a good time but a great time at practice, Cowboy Nation. They say that prize fighter, even when he's down, he continue to swing. He continue to fight. He continue to put one foot in front of the other, right? And that's life too, right? But at the end of the day, let's not get carried away with life. Life is meant to learn and to develop, to try new things. Coyote said, Law got them effects, baby. Yes, indeed. So great show, man. Shout out to you, Matt Batten. Shout out to you, Verde Hinton. And we'll figure out ways to get better as this process goes. I think we will have the Cowboys Collective tonight. So be sure to tune in there. And I'm going to try to get back to my studio at the Quality Inn, baby. Quality Inn, Law, baby. Shout out to Quality Inn. Appreciate them. They say that prize fighter continue to swing even when he's down. I'm continue to swing, Cowboy Nation. All it takes is one punch to land. And I hope that it lands in the right spot. Cowboy Nation. Mama said that there'll be days literally just like this. And as we go into this war, as we go into this battle, every single day, we trying to get better. One step at a time, one movement at a time. Brick by brick, we stacking these things together. You know what? You know, that they state this when I was reading that word. That it states that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's to he that endures to the end. Well, I'm telling y'all, I'm enduring. We all enduring to the end of this. Whether this camp is in Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, San Antonio, whether it's in New York, Philly, whether it's in Canada, South Africa, we are here, Cowboy Nation. We don't die, we multiply. That's right, Coyote. Shout out to you for the $2 super chat. Let's continue to uplift and educate, congratulate those who's putting in that time. T-I-M-E, time. That's all we have. That's all we must exhibit and exude. It's the time in the right shape and frame of mind. Doppelganger law. Yeah. I split the dimensions. That law is somewhere on Earth 15. That long way in the back with the white beard and everything, he's on Earth 12. Yeah. I'm the only one on Earth 1. And on Earth 1, we got 5 Super Bowl rings, fighting to get to the road, and we on the road to 6, fighting to get that 6th ring. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you would gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, or lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame, or the sickness of body or brain, or even the ghost law that's behind you, can stop you from the things you want, if dogged things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation. The ghosts of law can get it. Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
It's an evil world we live in.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it, baby.
Get your damn act together. Don't like your attitude.
Jerry, leave me alone.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be feeding to the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up.
Ice cold cowboy.
Told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Cause you heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much.
Come on, hey, stack them. Shout out to the Alien Nation, baby. Come on with it. I did double up on the workload. It took me 8 hours to get this film together. So show me some love. Come on. 8 hours, man. When I could have went live, but when I tried, but when I held that 9, all I could see was my mama's eyes. Shout out to CJ, the original. Come on. Practice time, baby. It's on me, baby. It's on me, baby. Come on. All right. Free Shay Shay, man. He need a job.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nobody come to see you, Otis.
Let's go, man.
Free him,
Let's
man.
go.
Free him, man. Yeah, let's get on up out of here. One love, DC for life.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. What should I say?
I am. Yeah. Man, that man lost $100 million and ended up paying $23 million for them cheeks. She retired and he got fired. That's a boy. That's a total swing of finances right there. But he okay. He okay. Yeah.
Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game, baby. Who in law? Put LAW in the chat if you in law.
Still the same, not switching sides. Now it's about loyalty. eyes off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check us out. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count that. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many photos and clothes. Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. I've been really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Swallow it.
Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yeah, led better Luke. He said $100 million deal was from an independent media company, not ESPN. And he still may get that deal. Yeah, but we'll see how that goes. Now he making more money than we can count and see right now. But at the end of the day, like you said, you're right.
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist. Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
But at the end of the day,
Nobody coming to see you, Otis.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had.
Something wrong here.
I want me some glory hole.
all right, Jerry, man. Let's get on up out of here. Come on. Until next time, DC for life, not for short, baby. We about. One love. Salute. Peace.